We're live, pal. Welcome to
Go for the Pin Wrestling Review Show.
With your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Ember Moon Knight, aka Michelle McCool Running, aka Summer Rae Charles,
Mikey Q and King V.
King V, what's going on, homie?
Give your energy and feed that vibe into the world.
Mike, you still owe me a chopped cheese.
I mean,
Go for it,
And we're live, pal. Welcome to Go for the Pin, episode 161. With your boys first, I am that leg slap professor, Mikey Q, and I am joined first to my right. I guess Knuckles is up first tonight.
Hey, I'm available. I'm important. Hey, your boy DJ Knuckles, aka Mr. Thursday Night, BKA. It's almost time for vacation.
You can say that again, pal. And we're also joined by
hey, I am King V, aka Big E Langston Hughes, and we are here tonight, today, tomorrow, next week, but not the week after, girl.
Yep. So big announcement. Hold that thought. Of course, John is the first person in the chat here.
Oh my God.
No. Okay. Huh? Are you excited for SmackDown? Not particularly, John. And we'll get there. Not particularly. I mean, yes, I know CM Punk's gonna be there, but yeah, not particularly. But we'll get there. But yes, as V alluded to, we are not gonna be here the week after next. So next week we will be here to talk about NXT Deadline, which is what we're here to predict tonight. So we'll be talking about that next week. We'll see if there's a new champion. I'm gonna try to hold on to my new title as hard as I can. I'm gonna try, V. All right, I'm gonna try. Will King in the chat. What's up, Will? That's John. John's
That should
John.
be funny. Look.
All right, that's just John. Okay, first question. Second technically. Third technically, but anyway, do you all really think LA Knight will be a major top WWE star?
Yes.
Knuckles,
He already is.
Okay.
He already is. Yes.
Elaborate.
But I do.
Hold on, B. Hold on, B. Elaborate, Knuckles.
Almost doesn't count.
Elaborate. Okay,
Yeah.
I like the fact that WWE is doing something different. That WWE is doing something different. They're not force feeding LA Knight down our throats like they used to at every other person they were trying to push heavily. LA Knight was going for our TV for 2 weeks, and then he just came back and we'll talk about it, but he just came back after 2 weeks not being on TV. I like the fact that they're not shoving him down our throats like that.
Ain't
But no, yeah, he's already a top star. In 1 year, he was already headlining a major premium live event for WWE, and that was in 1 year on the main roster.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
The last person to do that was Kurt. The last person to really actually do that was maybe Kurt.
Kurt won the world title in his first year, but yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, but yeah, he's already there.
Kurt's different because that was like Kurt's first year in professional wrestling. LA Knight's been working for almost 20 years. I think at least 15. So it's a little bit different with LA Knight. He's not just this like overnight sensation that everybody's trying to make him. Like LA Knight that you guys are seeing on WWE TV has been the same LA Knight for the past 8 years. On a smaller level, of course, but I'm happy for LA Knight. Do I think he's a top WWE star right now. I think he's getting there. I think that he gets some of the loudest reactions. Go ahead, V. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, bro. I think we have to finish the whole bloodline story in general in order for LA Knight to truly be the star that he can be.
Right. Yeah.
So he's up there, but Brandy said almost.
Say what up.
So I can't.
Well,
I can't say that.
V.
I saw it, fellow Negroes. Blackity black.
That's right. That's right.
Lickety.
That's right.
Not pretend like not a racial all right. No, we don't pretend over here. No. Like we're actually black. I have multiple black grandparents.
Yeah, yes.
No, but seriously, when it comes to LA Knight, I think that he is a star, but because of the whole bloodline thing, and then CODIS, and then the thing, with Gladys Knight and the Pips, aka the Judgment Day.
Oh my goodness!
I just, because that's what it is. Okay, Midnight Train, Georgia. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. Okay.
Oh man.
Love overboard now.
And well, yes, I do actually.
Who was managed by Percy Pringle?
LA Knight, yeah.
Was he
maybe
really?
It was Eli Drake.
Yes.
Eli Drake at the time. Yeah.
I need to do some more Googling because I feel like I missed that.
This was this the NWA days?
A while back.
That's probably why.
No, I think it was before that.
Before that, right?
It was before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was like his first 5 years in the business.
I promise I don't remember that. But yeah, LA Knight is a star, but in order for him to truly shine, the stories that we have currently have to come to an end before that.
Yeah. I think LA Knight is on the rise, definitely. Will says before that, definitely. Yeah, Knuckles is definitely right about that as well. John asks, and I guess we can start off with SmackDown since we're here. And we don't have to talk about the whole show. This is probably the only important part about it. This is probably the most important part here anyway. Do you think Randy Orton's new storyline is already ruined? John says he should have took the title shot and went to Raw. Nah, I disagree. I think that Randy, because it looks like CM Punk's gonna be on Raw. Yeah, so if you got Punk on Raw, you don't need Randy and Punk on Raw. So I think Randy going to SmackDown and feuding with the Bloodline is the right move. What is happening to Knuckles here? I definitely think that Randy has unfinished business with the Bloodline, so he needs to be on SmackDown. What is happening here? Do we have to censor this? Do I need to censor this?
No, I have a shirt.
I was gonna blur out the screen.
Down in the valley with a girl
I didn't.
Like, what is happening?
Down in the valley with girls get naked. Oh man! Wow.
I have a shirt on.
Like, was this P Valley? Like my Uncle Clifford? Like,
and in case you didn't see it.
Oh man,
it's a Sammy Chaos shirt.
Shout out to Sammy Chaos. We love Sammy.
Shout out to Sammy Chaos.
We love Sammy
so much.
I'll shoot you a link. Okay, so yeah, Will say
thank you. If you have me on Facebook, if you see Mike on Facebook, you'll probably see me. But yeah,
you're trying to show up them
John, please shut up.
I think I'm the only one that has tattoos on their body.
Yeah, I don't have no tats.
I'm the only one.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I'm the only one. So
Ray says your champion is here. You're right. I'm sitting right here, Ray. I'm sitting right here in front of you. And I hope to retain my championship after NXT.
Yeah, Mike is not seeing that title after NXT, but
thanks.
Let's see if they know there. Oh, I said what I said.
All right.
Hey,
You ain't gonna beat my ass
said
about it, Mike.
He said, "Ooh."
I don't need to. My championship run will speak for itself. All right, let's continue here. So yes,
Your championship run.
What is it? The 40-yard dash?
Well,
is that
I
what your
wish
championship run is? The 40-yard
well,
dash?
No, it's 40-yard. I'm getting a touchdown, sir. I'm going all the way. One side to the other. Touchdown. Yep. And then I'm gonna kick the ball and get the extra point all on my own. Football reference, guys. If you guys didn't get that,
we love your confidence, Mike.
Thank you.
However, common space. The doll is here and is ready, so you're not gonna have that title for very long. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. Hold on. Do you think Roman Reigns is trying to be better than The Rock? Better in what sense?
It doesn't have to be. Roman Reigns.
Exactly. Roman just has to be Roman.
And The Rock is The Rock.
Yeah.
You know,
Dwayne,
Black Adam. Well, Black sometimes Adam.
Don't do that. All right.
You know.
All right.
All right. Yeah. All right.
I know.
All right.
You already know what kind of show this is gonna be. No, but Roman Reigns is Roman Reigns. I don't think he's trying to be anything else but him.
Right. I agree. All right. Mike, your title reign is gonna be shorter than the Miz's second WWE title.
Yikes on the bike.
Whoa.
He still won the title, right, Ray? Anyway, only two-time Grand Slam champion in the history of WWE. Is that correct?
His title reign is going to be shorter than Rey Mysterio's WWE title reign.
Wow. You guys are like.
I was gonna say something, but that would have been really insensitive, and I'm so glad I stopped.
Water.
Because not through yet.
All right. Anything else on SmackDown worth talking about?
No, absolutely not.
All right. So Randy chose SmackDown. Randy RKO'd Nick Aldis, which is Nick's first bump in WWE. Which was cool. That was cool. I'm like, oh no, Nick.
I'm sure he enjoyed that. He enjoyed that.
Of course. All right.
That just reminded me of that meme. It reminded me of that meme where he's like, where Michael Cole is like, look at Randy Orton slithering, and then Taz is like, look out.
Yeah. Black and play well. Wow. All right. Black occasionally, Adam. Okay, let's go to
Black is crazy.
Do you think CM Punk
Black
will be the
convenient?
Do you
like
think,
a lot of you?
Oh wow. Do you all think? X is all about CM Punk. But do you all think CM Punk will be the WWE champion in less than a year? In other words, right away.
Hell no.
Of course, Knuckles doesn't. V.
He won't even be in a company.
Frank Mitchell. I think that, and I could be wrong, because I have been wrong before. And I can admit when I'm wrong, unlike some of you. I feel that CM Punk is going to be the one that dethrones Seth Rollins. I think that's where the money is on Raw. Yeah, I think that's where the money is right now.
CM Punk ain't winning no damn WWE.
CM Punk being the champion is going to be the end game, but I definitely see him beating Seth Rollins. Will it be a cash-in? IDK, BFF Chill, but definitely
CM Punk wins the WWE champion. Well, the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth Rollins, and then Priest cashes in.
You know, to be really completely like Frankie Lyman,
Knuckles.
I was thinking about that because Seth Rollins CM Punk goes over, It's a great excuse to turn CM Punk heel. It's also a great way to keep CM Punk as a babyface. Since we have, Gladys Knight and the Pips as...
Oh, my goodness. Well, yes, that's what Knuckles said.
Since we have Gladys Knight and the Pips as the main event on Raw, so...
Jay Lyon and Midas? It's the main event. Oh, it's the... Shout to the main event. Yes. Anybody that got those reference, one of the best indie tag teams in the Northeast. Look up main event if you guys have not looked up main event. Yes,
that is correct.
Had to get a shout out to my boys. But yeah, sorry.
I feel like
Ray is smoking
this can go one of two ways. CM Punk can beat Seth Rollins.
I agree. I'm sorry.
That can keep it moving. But CM Punk can also win the world title and then lose to Punishment Martinez, aka Bisexual Undertaker.
Calling that man by his Ring of Honor name was crazy.
I can see that also, because one, it'll get the Judgment Day all the titles, all the important titles. One, and two, we can keep CM Punk as a babyface because right now that's where the money is. You didn't want to turn CM Punk heel yet. Not yet.
They're already chanting his name during Seth Rollins matches, so we know it's gonna happen. They're trying to get under Seth Rollins' skin.
But I also see fucking Damian Priest cashing in.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to. So Ray says I think CM Punk will be world champion before Cody can finish the story. I said last week on this show that I feel like Cody's
world champion.
Yeah, world champion.
Belt.
I feel. Huh?
Belt.
I don't see anything about what I wear on my pants in this comment. All right, so
all right.
As far as
you leave your pants out of this.
I had a joke there, but anyway,
no.
It's fine.
The gimmick. And a partridge and a pear tree.
I think that CM Punk. Well, first of all, I think Cody's story right now is that he's not finishing his story, and I've said that on this show. Like a light bulb went off like last week. I'm like, what if Cody's continuous story is that he's not gonna finish his story? So, in response to what Ray's saying, that could happen. CM Punk could win the world championship before Cody actually gets to finish the story. Which I mean, you can argue is a little unfair to Cody.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. This it's the wrestling business, guys. It's what it is. Look, when Cody came back, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, bro. I feel like Cody Roman is going to be the thing.
Yeah.
Cody Roman is going to be the thing.
Yeah.
I just Cody and Seth, sure, it's cool, but for the long run, I think it'll be better that Cody would be on SmackDown. I guess, spoiler alert, you guys, with CM Punk on Raw, Cody would have to be on SmackDown at this point. If you want to balance out, excuse me, if you want to balance out the star power.
Yeah. All right, we'll ask Knuckles to elaborate on why he thinks that CM Punk won't be in the company in a year. I believe.
Oh, that's what he was talking about.
I think so. We'll just clarify, but I think that's what Will was asking about because the previous question was, wait, did Knuckles say he won't be in the company? And I think that's what Will was asking for here. But V will be back in a second, guys. We're live, pal. Yep.
I listen. This is
what the hell?
Whoa! Whoa!
What was that?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's a celebration.
Did you have another birthday? And you didn't tell me?
Never mind.
Dang.
Okay.
Hey, you floating like that?
We'll say yes. That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
So just to elaborate, Will, this CM Punk run is full of money and spite. CM Punk ain't trying to CM Punk ain't trying to do nothing, man. This is a spiteful move. That's what this is. He ain't trying to come back in WWE to fulfill no kind of legacy or do no hold no title or nothing. This is.
I'm sorry.
This is
Pennywise
spiteful.
goes crazy. I'm sorry. Pennywise goes crazy. Pennywise goes crazy.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Well
I
done.
do clowns.
Well,
moving left and right along. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well done. Yeah, Will, this is a move full of spite. That's what this is. Thank you, Sway. CM Punk doesn't need the championship to be relevant. He doesn't even need to be in the picture. Absolutely correct. Absolutely.
You put the world title
correct.
on the people that's most over.
And if you want money,
but what is it?
Checks, ducats. What Rihanna said, bitch, better have mine.
Money. Yep.
Okay. If
That
you
part.
want the cash flow, cash rules everything around.
Okay.
Around me. Cream.
Get the
Okay,
money.
here's a question.
Dollar billion.
Dollar billion.
Here's a question. On a
Yeah.
scale of 1 to 10, how much did we care that CM Punk was AEW champion? How much did we care?
So because of substances, honestly, I will say for me, I'm only speaking for me.
Yeah.
Right. I like watching CM Punk. I like CM Punk sometimes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they be like, okay, bro, you wildin' for mad respect. Relax. But other times, like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And he doesn't take any shit, as do I.
Yeah.
So
right.
It is. I cared about CM Punk as AEW World Champ because I wasn't really seeing it for Moxley. Sorry.
No, I think Moxley was a good world champion. I'm
not saying that he wasn't, but I just personally, me, King V, the ruler, the doll, didn't really care much about his reign in particular. Now I will say, despite how I feel personally about MJF, I am enjoying his reign. But MJF luckily can put asses in seats.
Yeah. He's one of the only ones that's actually doing that.
Not everybody has that ability.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about drawing power, right?
CM Punk when you say that?
Well, I was getting to the CM Punk aspect of it.
Oh, you were talking about MJF. Okay.
Yeah, I was making an example. But when it comes to WWE wise, Raw has a lot of star power. Okay, boom. You have Randy Orton on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then you can also put Codith on SmackDown also. Because truly, since Roman Reigns is there like once every blue moon.
I admire being able to show up to work every few weeks.
Okay,
and still have a job.
Mood goals. But no, but seriously, but for the fact that they're gonna need a little bit more star power when Roman's not there. So you're gonna need a Randy Orton. You're gonna need a Cody Rhodes. CM Punk got Raw on lock, honestly, truthfully.
Along with Seth Rollins and the Bloodline, not the Bloodline,
exactly.
the Judgment Day. Judgment Day.
Yeah, Gladys Knight and the Pips. That's what I call the Judgment Day because the real star is the woman. The talent is with the woman. Anyway,
I think it's all of them. I'm not gonna just say it's Rhea Ripley. Just
Gladys Knight and the Rufus featuring Shaka Khan.
Oh man.
And we all know how that went, okay? I can love you anyway, even if you cannot sing. Anyway. I need to stop drinking. Anyway. But seriously,
You know, a lot
when it comes to the whole aspect of Raw and SmackDown, I think Cody would be better on SmackDown because I can see Cody beating Roman because that's what we're leading to. And we have CM Punk on Raw, you know, him and Seth Rollins, you know, we have that personal beef that they may or may not have resolved. You know, that's none of my personal business. That's none of King V's personal business. But, you know, you can make money out of that. And I think Triple H and all the people that's not on heavy drugs, that'll be like, okay, we can put money into this. We can cultivate, no pun intended here, we can cultivate something that could be huge. So we have Raw doing their thing, we have SmackDown doing their thing. They all have their separate storylines. You know, Codith and Roman can main event night 1, and CM Punk and Seth Rollins can main event night 2.
I would reverse that. But yes.
No, I know, but you know, I'm just saying for conversation's sake.
Yeah.
You know, you have that right there. So I think that Cody moving to SmackDown, I think will be the better deal because we have CM Punk on Raw. So Cody won't get lost in the shuffle. Right. I think that's the thing. You don't want to get Cody Rhodes. He is the son of the Rhodes, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So let's be real. I love Dusty. Dusty Rhodes, not Dusty niggas, but I love Dusty Rhodes. And, you know, everybody loves CM. I don't give a fuck. I love CM Punk, and it's just like you got to have that balance.
Yeah. So Ray says, "Oh, go ahead, V."
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be done.
Yeah, because we got a lot of comments.
Yeah, we have a lot of shit to get through. But I think, you know, moving Cody to SmackDown and keeping CM Punk on Raw will just keep the shuffle from getting lost in the sauce, if you will.
Yeah, I definitely can understand that. Ray says, I believe that Punk will be in WWE for a while, but after 2024, I'm sure we will see less and less of CM Punk. In 2025 and beyond, Punk will be a part-timer. Also, I cared a lot that Punk was AEW champion. I did too. I mean, because again, you never know what Punk's gonna say or do out there, and I think that unpredictability kind of made it interesting. I wish he had longer runs, but of course, things happen there that we do not have to rehash because we talked about it many times already. But yeah, it kind of sucked how Punk's run winning AEW. I do not think that's going to be the case in WWE. He wasn't AEW champ that long because he got hurt. That's what he's alluding to. Was Cody part of creating AEW? Yes. Or had something to do with funding the company? If so, that sucks. He left to come back to WWE. It's a job at the end of the day, right? And this is what I argue with people about all the time. Yes, Cody was a very intricate, like an important part of AEW, right? He started it, really. You know, him, the Bucks, Kenny, Jericho, all of them are very important. Obviously, Tony Khan are very important in the creation of AEW. However, Cody saw the writing on the wall, and he probably wasn't a fan of the direction that AEW was going in. And also, he felt, in his words, that he kind of put himself in a box and that there was nowhere to really go at that point for him in AEW. And the last point is, his dream was always to win the WWE Championship, WWE or World Championship. So I think he always had a vision to go back eventually, you know. But at the end of the day, guys, it's a job. People leave jobs all the time. All right, it is what it is. I'm trying to just run through some of these comments here. Sway says when he came back after the injury, he was irrelevant because MJF was over and the champion. I don't think he was irrelevant. I disagree with that. Rhea Reffin in the Judgment Day.
Because anybody coming to the
the real AEW champion.
Nights like this.
I wish. Raindrops.
Raindrops.
All right.
Oh
my God.
I'm sorry. That's the yang.
Oh man, Cody fucked himself in AEW. When
That
he
part
said he
should not
wouldn't
be
challenge
funny. I'm sorry.
for the title. He put a ceiling on himself and he was doing some stuff.
Don't
Yes,
take
and
this.
he would agree with you. So he would definitely agree with you. Bonji says, Bonji, what up? Plus he said he'll never go heel. Yeah, that's another thing. But again, in reference to who's he, Cody Rhodes. But the thing is, Cody is in WWE, and he doesn't have a choice. I shouldn't say he doesn't have a choice. He has a choice, but he has less creative control in WWE than he would in AEW. So if they want him to turn heel, he's gonna turn heel if that's the plan for him. Okay. So is it safe to say Hangman Page did do what he said he was gonna do? He said he was gonna save AEW from you, CM Punk.
I was gonna say something really shady, and I'm so glad I stopped.
Hey V, you know why they call him Hangman? All right, let's just move on. All right,
there's too many black people on this show to even talk about Hangman, so let's not.
All right, let's just let's just move on.
Can I buy a vowel?
Knuckles, do you know why? Oh, okay.
Can I buy a vowel?
No.
Can I buy a vowel?
E. Hold on, since I'm the
E is crazy. E is crazy. You're wilding. All right. Anyway,
there's no E in hang, man.
Please get off of this damn stream.
SmackDown. What do we rate SmackDown? Did anything else happen on there?
Because girl, what
is
fuck?
it? 2 count, 1 count. What was that?
2 count.
2 count. All right, and that was for the RKO and Nick Aldis, right?
Yeah,
also,
pretty much.
This was also after the Bloodline tried to jump Randy Orton and make him choose, but you know, he got out of there. LA Knight saved him, and that was pretty much SmackDown. All right. I think if there's anything else. Did anything happen on Collision that anybody wants to talk about? SmackDown was a 1 count. I did not
watch that.
Okay. Brian beat. Who did Brian beat? Eddie Kingston, maybe, in the main event of Collision. Good match.
I thought you were gonna say Swerve. I'm like, excuse me?
No. We'll get the Swerve because I do want to talk about Swerve a little bit. And his and his push.
Prince Nana.
Shout out to Prince Nana, who's also trying to recruit Ken Broadway. If you guys don't know who Ken Broadway is, look him up. Cash Flow. Ken Broadway.
Do your Googles,
please, and your YouTubes. Damage Control should have turned on Bailey. That's the only reason I watched it for. They weren't gonna turn on. They're not turning on Bailey anytime soon. Yeah, you got to be careful, Sway. You swerving when you ride. You got to be careful over there. SmackDown was a 1 count for Ray. I'll give SmackDown a 2 count merely for the main event.
1
segment.
Count for me.
Yeah, we got that. Yep. All right. And then took a sign that said Eddie Kingston is a bum. Yes, Brian beat Eddie Kingston, and there was a sign. There was a sign in the crowd that said Eddie Kingston's a bum.
I like Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, we do too. But took the sign, walked around the ring, brought it in the ring, and threw it on Eddie Kingston after he beat him. How do you feel about Brian being like the disciplinary guy now?
Oh, I have words.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Sounds and feelings.
Okay.
No, Jill Scott.
Pronouns, pal. Yeah.
Why? You know, I should not be.
Because Tony Khan is too soft to handle it himself. Oh,
because cocaine. I shouldn't be able to suplex the person. That can find me.
Girl.
It should be no reason as to why I can hit a Northern Lights on you and you can find me. Because I'm talking about some stupid shit that somebody's just too hopped up on that white girl, that surprise, that Pink, that Janis Joplin, that
Wow.
what's the lead singer of Evanescence? Amy, girl, the Amy, the Amy
Not Amy
Winehouse.
girl. Yeah.
Like I just find it really free all the people that I like from AEW so they can go and slide over to WWE.
Free is crazy.
I just no. Like, you look like an op. And not how Young Thug would say it, like overly positive pal, not that kind of op. I'm talking about op, okay? Ops, the niggas that I can get you disappeared op, okay?
Oh man,
that I can get you shot op, like I can get you disappeared op.
Easy. Oh man,
disappearing
people is crazy. All right, disappearing is crazy. All right, but can you call it a main event if it was before the final segment, which is a contract signing? It's still a main event match. But what was before the contract signing?
The main event isn't necessarily a main event. Is not necessarily boiled down
a
to
match.
It's a segment or a match. You know, a segment can be a main event, but at the same time, if you are the last wrestling match that goes on, you are the main event wrestling match. So you can be the main event wrestling match, but also the main event segment. So it you know, as Beyonce would say, you could be both, meet in the middle, dance all night.
Yeah. There need to be some type of authority figure, to be honest. And who better than him? He's well respected by everyone. He's basically the judge of the locker room, like Taker was. Yeah, I mean, I do agree that AEW does need some type of. See, the thing is, I think they need an on-screen authority figure. Even though some people say the authority figure character has been played out, you need somebody on screen that has some type of law and order. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because then what's stopping everybody from just running?
No, we're not talking about
who?
Yes,
in a criminal justice.
Okay.
In a criminal justice system. All right. Okay, I'm just saying.
Offenses especially heinous.
Yeah. Speaking of heinous, but
these are their stories.
In
all
New
right,
York City.
The
dedicated detectives represent.
All right, we're Knuckles.
Because we're not getting copyrighted. No.
Yeah, we love you, Liv. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I?
Stabler, come on and Stabler, shoot your shot. Moving on.
Oh man. Yes. Okay. Back to Sway's comment. Yeah. I just think that. No, Machi.
Black absolutely the fuck not. All right, you might be higher than Tony Khan.
Oh man, Will says the stuff that Jenny was on is hilarious. Yeah, but anyway,
which Jenny?
Take your pick.
Jenny from the blog.
Oh man, that Jenny's. We ain't gonna talk about that Jenny either.
No, we're not gonna talk about that boyfriend that's a murderer and a rapist. No, we're not gonna do that. Oh, there's evidence. I don't give a fuck. And there goes Mike. Get your mic back on. We're live, pal. But yes. What is happening? What is that? Is that Black Manta?
I don't know. This is one of Jeremy's toys. He's got another one over here too.
I thought that was Black Manta. I was gonna say, speaking of Black Manta, hello. Like, what's happening? We're live, pal. This is what happens when we need to.
This is what happens on a slow week in wrestling. That's what this is.
Absolutely, and we're just here sober, some of us. Not me, girl. No, but seriously, when it comes to AEW in general, right? I think my problem, and I've said this before, my problem is that there's no structure. Right. And it's like literally everybody just go out and fight, like Super Smash Brothers, like choose your character. Like it's like playing Tekken. Like you playing versus mode on Tekken. Like I'm playing Nina and you're playing like fucking Eddie Gordo. Like it's like we're playing Mortal Kombat. And I know a lot of you are not gonna get this, but it's fine. It's like I'm playing my favorite character, Katana, and then you're playing somebody random like fucking Rain. I don't care. It's like it's a lot going on in AEW that needs to be fixed. And I've said this before, and it's kind of hard for me to enjoy AEW besides when Willow was on and Kiera, the only Hogan I acknowledge. When
Fair.
in Tony Storms, I love Tony Storm. When there's like a bunch of disorganization and you have wrestlers that are in higher powers, like none of that makes sense to me. Like it should be no reason why you can sue. It should be no reason why you can put me in a German suplex and then find me the next day. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Brian should have the ability. I don't know if you touched on it. I don't think Brian should have the ability to find people, but you definitely need that law and order. Like I said, I definitely think Brian.
Yeah, you need that filter, absolutely, but not when you're in a wrestling position.
So right, I mean Tony Khan should have final say on everything. I mean he does own the company.
Oof, shut up, V.
But at the end of the day, because even when you had Taker and people like that like was locker room leaders, Vince still ran the company. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Taker was giving out fines to people. He was just being that guy backstage that the wrestlers could talk to like a coach. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I think Brian would be great for that type of role.
Yeah.
To keep order backstage. But at the end of the day, you have to have a strong boss that is going to make those final decisions.
Oh, not that boss. Sorry.
Oh, no. I didn't mean that one. But miss her. Hey, Mercedes. Forrest Gump's Jenny. Wanji said, WWE structured and controlled. AEW, the inmates run the asylum. Well, yeah, the inmates run the asylum. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's one of the issues. I don't know what happened to Knuckles, but hopefully he'll be back soon. Why did I look like Stewie when he took the steroids?
All right. No.
All right.
We left it right along.
I think we still have more here. Hold on. One more comment. Sway says, it's no structure, no consistency in the storylines. It all feels random. Okay. Trying to not make this a run on. Sorry, Sway.
If this isn't like a main event, a main star involved, Tony Khan needs to take a step back and let the vets and people who've been around in the business run the day-to-day shit. He should just have the final say. See, that's the problem. Nobody wants to listen to the vets. And I understand, you feel like what you want to do is best for business, but sometimes a lot of you just be doing crap. And
all right.
I don't.
All right, V.
No, a lot of you just
allegedly
think that. Is it alleged? Do you want me to tell you how it's not alleged?
Oh my goodness! No, I don't want you to tell me
from experience. Anyway,
I just said all right. Yep.
But it's just that a lot of times when it comes to AEW, like I said, it's literally like playing Super Smash Brothers. It's like playing Tekken. It's like playing Mortal Kombat. It's like it's all, and I'm not talking about storyline shit. I'm talking about versus. You just play. Yeah. You pick whoever the fuck you want to pick. If I'm playing Tekken and I pick Nina, and you pick fucking King, we don't know. We just gonna be fighting just because. And the issue with AEW that there's no, and I've said this before. The issue with AEW is that there's no structure. Not only is there no structure, but you have people that shouldn't be running wrestling businesses in positions of power.
It's a super kick party.
I don't give a fuck about Nan Super Kick Party, but That's the issue. It's that you have all these people everywhere all at once.
But it
And
worked. Well,
it's
a lot of it worked. Not all of it.
sometimes it works, but sometimes you
True.
look at it, and I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Like,
Tony Khan
what's
books
happening?
Tony Khan books the show like a fan, like he goes online too and listens to the show. He does. But that's the thing. Tony is online.
You know, when you inhale.
All right. Yep. That's when I just slip in. Yeah. All right.
It's just it's a good man thing. Anyway, it's just like, you know, I get it. You're highly critical of the product that you put out. I'm not even gonna side eye you for that, because I'm highly critical of what we put out.
Of course.
So I can't sit here and be a hypocrite for that. But at the same time, you're gonna have to understand that not everybody's gonna like the shit that you put out. And instead of you trying to find your audience and trying to grow that audience from, you know, what they may like, you're trying to appeal to everyone, and that I don't want to say that's going to be a downfall, but I'm gonna say that that's not going to be helpful for you in the long run, because there's going to be people that's going to like what you put out, and being a creative in general, and I've said this before on the show, being a creative in general, you have to understand that yes, you want people to like the shit that you produce.
Right.
That's just a human feeling. There's nothing wrong with that. But also being realistic. It's like not everybody's gonna like what you put out. Not everybody's gonna like what you say. Nobody's gonna like your criticisms. Nobody's gonna like what you do. Nobody's gonna like you. You know, because of who you are. Yeah. And you are doing yourself a disservice. Personally, I'm gonna speak for myself. I feel like you're gonna do yourself a disservice by trying to cater to everyone instead of catering to the audience that is making you money.
Yeah, definitely. Will says they think the system that the vets came up. The system the vets came up with or under. Yeah,
it can be. But when you're like stupid as fuck, like Lynch, Adam Page, and because what the fuck? And that other one, that was somebody famous anyway.
Yeah.
The only pair I acknowledge is Tyler and
Bro, it better not be Jack. We'll get to AEW
but
after NXT.
And the platypus.
Perry, the motherfucker.
I like Dominic Perry.
I said Dominic.
He was on Insecure. Oh, okay.
She's Ironheart. But I know that went over a few. But if you like Marvel, you know who she is. But anyway.
Did you say that's Lionheart?
Ironheart.
Oh, Ironheart. I was about to say that's Chris
Lionheart, Chris Jericho.
Oh, what that mother cunt? Anyway.
Oh man.
Oh,
no, come on, baby. All right, sorry, had a moment.
It's just like the issue is that you relying on too much on people that don't really care about anybody else except for themselves, like putting themselves over, making sure themselves, they get over. And
but you know what?
It's an issue with that.
And I think that is the issue. I think that and we'll wrap up this AEW talk because we got to get the NXT predictions. And then we'll circle back to AEW because there's a couple of things on Dynamite. But Ray says I don't think Tony Khan is trying to appeal to everyone. One of the problems. I think he's trying to appeal to that New Japan Pro Wrestling super hardcore fan. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that is why AEW is not gonna grow.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be totally real with you guys. Like, I think that's the problem. You're trying too hard to appeal to this New Japan and AAA crowd that I'm gonna be honest, the mainstream watcher or viewer of AEW, Knuckles, I'll let you talk in a second, but like the mainstream viewers of AEW don't care about them. They don't know them. They're not familiar with them. And if they do know who they are, they don't care. Why do I care about Commander versus, I don't know, pick any wrestler from AAA that I don't care about? And again, no offense to Commander. He does amazing things out there. He does. Why do I care? I don't watch AAA. I don't know who the champions are there. That's not appealing to me. Will Ospreay signs. I know a lot of people are excited about Will Ospreay signing. Okay. I wasn't one of those people that was over the moon that Will Ospreay signed AEW.
Also,
I'm like, all right, cool. Another New Japan guy that is, don't get me wrong, top level.
Oh, he's good.
But why do I care?
Yeah.
Why do I care that he signed AEW? But that's just how I feel. Like AEW does appeal more to that indie New Japan Pro Wrestling style of fan. And if you like that, great. But that is why the attendance is down. That is why they are not drawing in any new fans. And that's why they struggle to hit 1 million people watching every week. And don't get me wrong, this is not an AEW burial, because I do like a lot of the talents there. I think they have a lot of talented people, but there are so many issues within the company that needs to be corrected in order for them to make it to that next level. And I know Knuckles had his hand up. Please, go ahead. Part of AEW's issue is that the core fan base watch being the elite more than they watch Ring of Honor and New Japan. Yeah, I agree, Will.
So let me just piggyback on two things that you said. Well, first, let me piggyback on what you said about Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay, in my opinion, just my opinion, made a costly mistake going to AEW. If I were him, I would have made a beeline for WWE.
Yeah,
with run and don't look back. For one, we all knew him from New Japan. We all knew him from New Japan. We all knew him. He made a name in New Japan.
Right.
So for the hardcore wrestling fan, we knew who he was. Then he came to AEW, had banger matches in AEW. Yeah. So for the casual wrestling fan, we finally figured out who Will Ospreay was. So now the hardcore wrestling fan and the casual wrestling fan both know who Will Ospreay is. At this point, you go to WWE and you make an even bigger name for yourself. That's what he should have done. And I think it's going to cost him in the end. Now, let me go back to the main point about AEW. It was established from the beginning that AEW was not WWE, obviously, but for one major reason. WWE, the emphasis in WWE is the E, not the W. Yeah. It's entertainment. It's not professional wrestling. AEW is professional wrestling, not entertainment. The majority of the watchers of wrestling right now, in my opinion, are 70-30 pro entertainment. We need story along with wrestling. AEW is just giving us a bunch of wrestling. Now, don't get me wrong. This Continental Classic is fire. I'm loving it.
Right.
But in retrospect, I still need story. The hottest story in AEW right now is MJF, and that's it.
Sway. I'm sorry, Knuckles. What? All right, but what's wrong with that? If he would have went to NXT,
man, Ospreay would have been fire in NXT. Are you kidding me?
I'm saying, look at all of the talents that have gone to NXT first. You guys got to remember, right? Just because he's big in New Japan, and I know you didn't say this, Sway, so I don't want to put words in your mouth, but yeah, just because he's big in New Japan doesn't mean that most of the mainstream watchers of professional wrestlers know, or professional wrestling, know who Will Ospreay is. like I mention my girl all the time on the show. She
Hey, girl.
does not care about Will Ospreay. Did not watch him in New Japan. But she's a casual wrestling fan. She can tell you every event that happened in the last like almost 20 years of WWE, right? But again, that's what she's more drawn to. And Sway, respectfully, I disagree. He said he's too big.
But he's too big.
He's not.
He's too big for NXT in the eyes of who? The people, the hardcore fans or the casual fans?
Because the casual fans don't know who this guy is. I'm sorry.
The casual fans don't know who he is.
They don't know who he is.
But that's why I'm saying he should have went to WWE, because in AEW he made the casual wrestling fan know who he was. He put on bangers for AEW. So the casual wrestling fan finally got their eyes on somebody that a hardcore wrestling fan knew about all along.
Right. And look, I think Will is one of the best.
So now it's time to go to the big time. Will Ospreay is a monster. I'm sorry.
I agree. But I just don't think that the casual fans care about him yet. So I don't think he's too big.
That's why he should have went to WWE. That's why he should have went to WWE. And he should have went main roster from the jump. They should have made a story for him.
That I disagree with. I don't think they should have.
They should have slow played him the same way they're slow playing Jade Cargill.
But see, the difference is Jade Cargill is perceived as a bigger star than Will Ospreay to a mainstream audience.
Holy hell! I disagree with that, but I see where you're coming from. I understand the logic.
So,
but
wait a minute. You mean you're gonna sit here and tell me that more people know who Will Ospreay is than Jade Cargill? Absolutely.
So I could be like,
hold on. Are we talking about hardcore wrestling fan?
No, we're talking about a mainstream audience. We're talking about a mainstream wrestling audience. More people know who Jade Cargill is than they do Will Ospreay.
I don't believe that.
If I could be like really Frank Mitchell, I would rather see Jade Cargill than Will Ospreay.
But that's personal preference. I'm just talking about as a general mainstream viewer of wrestling. I think more people know who she is because she has a bigger following, and two, she has more star appeal than a Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay can go out there and give you 6-star, 7-star matches. At the end of the day, the casual fan doesn't care about that. They care about larger than life.
We're talking about
people
now. Who knows? Now, I'm gonna be very careful when I say this, but you'll get the point in what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Do more people know?
And I don't give the Breakfast Club anything, but
okay, that's exactly my point. Jade has been on the Breakfast Club and all. Okay, so that might have been what triggered people to Jade Cargill. Got nothing to do with wrestling, but she was on the Breakfast Club.
But that's my point. I'm not talking about her wrestling.
But people will know Jade Cargill from the Breakfast Club and be like, oh, who is this Jade Cargill person? And then they'll Google it and then they'll see, oh, she's a wrestler.
The point is she got the opportunity because she's a star.
Yeah.
She got the opportunity to be on the Breakfast Club.
Her star quality has nothing to do with that. Her star quality has already been established. And it's unmatched by a lot of people. But what I'm saying is, here's what I was going to say. Is Jade Cargill known in the overall wrestling spectrum of fans, or just the male 18 to 48 demographic?
I think everybody knows who Jade Cargill is at this point. I would venture. I definitely think more people know who Jade Cargill. If you ask people walking down the street, right, 10 random people walking down the street, if they know who Jade Cargill is, or if they know who Will Ospreay is, most of them are gonna say, "Oh, Jade Cargill, oh, the girl that looks like Storm, right? That could play."
Yeah, because she is also. See, I'll help you out, Mike.
Yeah.
So the thing with Jade,
we knew you knew Jade.
Besides Jade, working with Shaq, right? Before she was in wrestling, she was known as one of the better Storm, Aurora Monroe cosplayers because she's actually dark skinned like Storm was in the comics, not biracial like Halle Berry. Sorry. That was a nerve moment for me. because Storm is dark skinned, like she's supposed to be. More people would know who Jade Cargill is because she has that presence, not just in cosplay culture, but in wrestling. Because, like I said, Shaq is one of the biggest.
I agree, Sway.
One of the biggest basketball players to ever go super mainstream.
Ever, yeah.
Super mainstream, besides MJ, right?
Yeah.
Besides your Kobe, such as Larry Bird.
Yep.
For the fact that she has worked with him, even if it was for one match, more eyes on her. You're getting different people, or you're getting different demographics. You're getting the nerds who might like wrestling but know cosplay or know her for cosplay, but you also know the people who are
good point, Will.
Sorry, sports, sports ball.
We're not there yet.
Stuff. But Jade is a star, and if you was like, oh, who's Will Ospreay? Oh, some white boy.
Yeah. Sway says, I don't think kids know who Jade Cargill is. They don't know who Will Ospreay is either. So that's kind of a moot point. I hear what you're saying, but he actually meant Jade. I thought you was trying to be funny. But yeah, I mean, kids don't know who Will Ospreay is either. I would venture to say they probably know who Jade is more than they would know who Will Ospreay is.
I knew who Jade was before she was in AEW. But that's only because I am in the comic book scene. I am in the cosplay scene. I haven't cosplayed yet. We'll get to that later. But, it's just, I knew who Jade was because I met her as a Storm cosplayer, as an accurate Storm cosplayer, because she knows Jade Cargill's dark skin and not biracial. How other people have been trying to portray Storm, and she's not fucking biracial, she's dark skin. Anyway, it's just for the fact that I knew who Jade was. First time I saw Jade was on Tumblr.
Yeah.
For those who know what Tumblr is, I ran into Jade. Like of course I don't know her personally, but
Tumblr.
I was like, oh wow, finally a comic book accurate Storm, because she's darker than a paper bag, and because fuck Bryan Simmons. Anyway, she's darker than a paper bag, like she was in the fucking comics. I knew who Jade was before she went into AEW, before she got into wrestling.
Yeah.
I did not know who Will Ospreay was until like 2021. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I knew about Will Ospreay just because I followed the indies like heavy, but it's like
I also followed the indies, but I really didn't care much about people. That's never mind. I'm not gonna say that, but I just if I've seen them once, I've seen them all. So it's just like, oh, as to quote Shuri from Black Panther, another broken white boy for me to fix.
Oh man.
I didn't know who Will Ospreay was before 2021.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw him, I was just like, okay. And
no, he is really talented, but there's a bunch of people.
I'm not saying that he's not. Please don't get me wrong when I say that.
Yeah.
But I also was like, okay, and
Will said had Ospreay signed, would they have broke it on ESPN? Absolutely not.
No.
That's a great point, Will.
No.
That's
absolutely
a great point, Will.
But that's my point with the Jade Cargill situation. And I just use Jade. Sorry. I just use Jade as an example.
Jade?
I don't know. I never met that person. But
I was but I'm so glad I stopped.
I just use Jade as an example, right? Like, and this the last thing I say on like Will Ospreay. I think that he would have killed it on NXT. I think you built him on NXT.
Oh,
have him have banger matches. Look, guys, Samoa Joe went to NXT first. Take your pick. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, all of these top indie stars. Shinsuke Nakamura, the former IWGP World Champion.
If they would have Will Ospreay on NXT, I would have been like, oh, he's dethroning Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah, Ilya, I believe it's
Ilya. Sorry.
Ilya. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, all right, we gotta move on. Let's predict NXT.
Yeah, so we can get up out of here.
Yeah. All right. Let me just get the card up, and while I'm getting the card up, you guys can read the.
All right, everybody in the comments who's in the predictions, say
when Samoa Joe went to NXT, I thought it was BS. You know what? I think okay. So I agree, but I disagree with you, Sway. Only because, like, okay, it's Samoa Joe. He shouldn't be in NXT. I agree with you there. However, at the same time, I feel like he helped NXT because he got more eyes on NXT. You know, because I like Johnny Gargano. I like
Gargano, Ciampa, all of them was in NXT.
Tommaso Ciampa. But they are not as visible as Samoa Joe was.
Yeah.
And that's not me being shady at all, but it's just like if you will put the three of them next to each other, I can guarantee most of the people would be like, "Oh, Samoa Joe."
Right. Yeah. Sure.
You know, it's complicated with that. But I understand why you feel like he should have went to NXT, and I agree with you. But at the same
to be fair, Joe was a bigger name than Will Ospreay.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
it had a lot to do with TNA, though.
Of course.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Also, Knuckles.
Of course. All right, we got to get to deadline. You guys about to do predictions for NXT? Yes, we are.
We are.
Yes, we are. All right.
Because, baby, my ass is getting kicked.
Read. All right.
And you know what?
Lord.
Sweet Tooth, Twisted Metal, for those who played that game, those who have not watched it, that's not it, have watched Twisted Metal on the Cock. It's a great adaptation of the actual game. Only I can get away with that because
that was crazy.
Oh,
all right.
No, seriously, if you have not seen Twisted Metal based on the video, if you liked the game growing up playing on the Sony PlayStation, I think you would like this adaptation of Twisted Metal. But anyway,
yeah,
let's get to NXT.
Let's get to it. I think Bobby Showwater is going to be also in the prediction. So Knuckles, I will send that to you, or he'll send it to you. I'll let you know. Shout out to Bobby Showwater, the greatest manager on the independents right now.
On the independents right now.
Yes, definitely.
right,
oh man. Okay.
So let me go ahead, Mike, real quick. Let me go ahead and do roll call. Ray, Sway, Will. That's the only people I see right now.
Yeah.
I'm assuming all three of these guys are in.
Bon G's in here.
Bon G's in too? Okay.
Yeah,
How many matches we got for NXT?
7 as of this recording. 7.
7?
Oh, JK.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, 7 as of this recording.
Okay. All right, so we got 8 people in. Let's do it.
Okay. All right, first match. We have a pre-show match. It says Axiom versus Nathan Frazier. Their match got interrupted this past week on NXT when the girls started fighting, as we would say.
The girls were brawling.
Yeah. Okay.
I really cared about that more than that.
So Ray's not doing a prediction for Dead End.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We're not doing predictions for Dead End either. We're doing predictions for Deadline.
I'm dead. All right.
Love you, Ray. I'm just messing with you, dude.
Oh man. All right.
Love you, bro, man. Seriously.
Axiom versus Nathan Frazier.
Oh God. Hold on.
Axiom, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Axiom won that feud they had, right? The 3-match feud they had like a year ago. Just to switch it up, I'm going Nathan Frazier.
Yeah, let me quote the Wiz. Sweet thing, let me tell you about the things I don't give a fuck about. It was this match.
What's that Axe body spray? What the hell?
What about
I'm assuming that means Axiom, but okay.
I don't
Oh
use
my
that
god!
I don't use that
Alright.
either. Yeah.
I don't either.
I'm grown.
Okay, Mike. Who? Mike, who do you have?
I got Frazier. Sway says Nathan just because I like the name. I don't
Okay.
even know who that is. Oh man. Shout out to you guys that don't watch NXT.
Frazier Crane is wonderful.
I was dead about to say Frazier Crane.
Over Ranger. That's crazy. That's crazy. You guys.
Oh my god. No, we gotta move on.
I'm gonna go with Frazier as well. Who the devil gives two solid fucks about Axiom at this point?
Wow. Don't you see it in his face that how much passion he has for this business?
No.
You know what I have a passion
No,
for?
because I don't give a fuck.
Me?
Chicken wings.
Oh.
Watch
Yeah.
it. Watch
You
it.
thought I
Watch
was
it.
gonna go left
Yeah,
with that, right?
I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, okay. I'm not that damn predictable.
All right.
V, you went with Frazier as well.
No, he went with Axiom.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
The guy in the mask.
I guess.
Axe body spray.
Axe. Murderers. I don't know.
All right. So for
Okay.
the main card here.
Thank you.
Let's go to the singles match. This first singles match here. We are Carmelo Hayes versus Lexis King. Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
You know, shit. I'll go first.
Okay.
There should be no reason why Brian Pillman Jr. has that much Beijing on his beard.
Beijing is crazy. Beijing is crazy.
There should be no reason. Like,
Oh,
it's
man.
like
I got that China on my face.
like part of me thinks that Lexis King is gonna win because I feel like there's gonna be some kind of revelation that we find out at this particular pay-per-view that causes Carmelo to be either distracted or to lose. So I'm gonna go with Lexis King here.
Okay, I am gonna agree. I think, and Sway says Melo don't miss, so he's going with Melo. I think this is the beginning of the end for Trick Melo Gang for real this time.
Yeah.
And they're really, really planting these seeds now.
Will, I hate you.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna need you to
Let me
log
tell you
out,
something,
please,
brother.
though.
All right.
Log the fuck out immediately.
Oh, live.
Oh man.
Live.
And he
Log
sounds
out
like,
immediately.
and he sounds like Doc Rivers when he tried to say too sweet. It cracked me up every time. It's just too sweet.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, I'm going Lexis King also.
Same.
I think something happens here.
Yeah, I
And
feel
Lexis
King
King wins his first pay-per-view match here.
And you know, you can't bring Brian
Lexus
Pillman
Coupe
Jr.
is crazy.
and to have him lose his
You're
first
reading the
ever
comments
pay-per-view
before it's up
match.
there. What was that, V? I'm sorry.
I'm like, you don't have Lexis King or Brian Pillman Jr. Let me be real. You don't have Brian Pillman Jr. losing his first match.
Oh man, the guy's opposite Carmelo Anthony. All right.
Oh.
So is
Now
that
you can
Lexus?
read Will's comment. It says, "Yeah,
Yeah,
give me
Lexus
Lexus Coupe."
Lexus Coupe is crazy.
Beep is in the
Lexus Coupe is
bed.
wild.
All of my ladies and my men. Sorry. The hood
What?
rat
Your
came
head
out.
up.
I'm back.
All right.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. All right now. Okay, let's keep going.
Shit.
Let's keep going. We have in a singles match for the North American Championship, we have Dirty Dominic Mysterio with Mommy Rhea Ripley.
Yes, Lord.
Versus Dragon Lee with Rey Mysterio.
Don't ever do that again. So
What? Rey Mysterio?
So bad. I can't.
Come
So
on,
Dom is
Mike
winning
is going
here.
crap.
You know, because mommy's always on top, burst top.
Excuse me, what?
But don't look that up.
Dirty D is crazy. Dirty D is crazy.
Can't relate there.
Dirty D for the
Anyway,
win.
but
Dirty D is crazy. You might want to get that checked.
Dirty
Yeah,
D is wild. You fucking wild for respect. But
might want to get that checked.
the okay. Just
You ever
never
felt
makes
not so fresh?
Four.
Oh man, what is happening here?
Oh
No, Bungie, no.
Do not put that by will. Do not. Do not put.
Oh no.
It
Oh
is
no,
going
I gotta
crazy.
I gotta go.
Power bottom. This is an awful show. Anyway,
I'm not doing this.
God, I hate you, Bungie.
Bungie has absolutely.
God. Oh, for the fact that X
That was crazy.
Bottom is there.
That was crazy.
It's
That
really
was
to King
crazy.
V. But
Give me Eddie Guerrero's Condom escaping. Oh my
All
goodness,
right,
y'all are wildin'.
escape.
Y'all are wildin'.
Y'all are going
I'm-
above and beyond
but,
the Call of Duty right now.
I'm your poppy.
No,
All right,
but
okay, yes,
seriously,
go ahead, B, please.
I think Dom is retaining. Before we continue, get roasted, Wes. That
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I
that was
hate that
heartbreaking.
for him.
It's heartbreaking.
He's gotten a bad hand of bad luck, man, and I hate
Yeah.
that because he's super talented.
Yeah, definitely.
They said it might be
8 to
over
12.
a year till we see him again.
Yeah, 8 to 12 is what I'm hearing right now.
That's bad.
Yeah.
And then
All right.
the worst thing about it, Mike, is that 4-way last week. Oh my God, unbelievable!
Yeah.
That was an
Super dope
unbelievable match last week.
Yeah. Super
And
dope.
now he's hurt for about a year. That's tough.
Crazy.
I hate that for him, man.
Yeah.
And that was
okay.
he was shooting Tuesday, bro. That wasn't no actor's tears, bro. He was shooting.
Yeah, this was
that was
wasn't
real.
some
That was
wrestling.
as real as it got.
This wasn't some wrestling promo. Like it was real. I think Santos intervenes here.
Interesting.
Not you, baby. My dog had his head up. I'm sorry. Their names are very incredibly close.
I feel that West was gonna win the North American Championship here, but then he got hurt.
I agree. Yeah.
So with that being said, Dominic retains.
Yeah, I think that's the best, honestly. Best for business.
Yeah, I'm going Dirty D to retain.
No, we're not doing. We don't do Dirty D's over here.
But okay, so here's
I don't
the
do
thing.
D's at all, but that's me. Yeah.
Like I said,
So here's the thing. Let me
Teach their own.
Let me just give you my spiel on it real quick. So if West was supposed to win the championship,
Yeah.
if they put Dragon Lee in West's place,
You would think
would it
Dragon
really
Lee
make a
would win the
difference?
title.
I
think so because
make a
they're both on the
difference?
main roster. They're both on the main roster. I don't think that.
Well, so is Dom.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if they're
so
both on the
you're
main
saying-
roster, then it makes no sense to do the title change. Now, if he was dropping it to somebody that was down at NXT, like Wes, then it would make sense for him to be dropping the
Fair.
title. But I don't know. Could be wrong.
I
I
think
could be
this also gives more leverage to the ending of Judgment Day. So I think it elongates it a little bit more, just a little bit.
30 D's
So-
elongating. Yeah, I hear you. Yep. I got it. I got it. I got it.
I'm finished.
All right.
We left the rest along.
Yeah, you could say that again. All right. Let's move on. Let's please move on.
Please.
All right. Everybody got their pick. I don't think Knuckles picked.
I did. I'm gonna go with Dom, even though I want to go with Dragon Lee. Because I think a title change was supposed to be made here.
That's what I
think.
You.
And I think with them pushing Dragon Lee as much as they have, I don't think they're gonna lose. They're not gonna lose much if. Okay, so Wesley was on a rocket in NXT. Yes. They've put somewhat of a rocket to Dragon Lee because they're pushing him very hard in the main roster.
Yeah.
So I really don't think there would be much of a difference, especially since, you know, Dom and Dragon Lee had that rivalry. What was that, a few months ago?
Yeah. I think that,
but I see your point. I see your point about them being on the same roster, on the main roster, and Dom dropping the title to someone who was actually in NXT. I see that theory.
Yeah, I just don't think Austin. It does any. Oh, definitely not no Austin. I just don't see a point to have Dragon Lee win the title and then what does he have to go and drop it to somebody down at NXT? I mean, that could happen, but for that, I would just keep it on Dom. He has the most heat right now. But that's just me. All right. We got to keep it moving here. Let's keep it schmoving. All right.
Schmoving is crazy.
Schmoving is crazy.
It is wild.
A lot going on here tonight. All right. Let's go to the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh my god.
Hold on, give me a second. Will says the only way I see Dragon Lee winning is if they're gonna at some point put the North American title on Santos, which I don't think is gonna happen. I think that's a main roster feud at this point, but yeah, you never know. The Women's Iron Survivor match. Tiffany Stratton. Oh, Tiffany Stratton. That's Stratton. Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, guys. Got it. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Tiffany Stratton versus Lash Legend versus Blair Davenport versus Kalani Jordan versus Fallon Henley. I don't want to start. Yeah, I don't want to start.
I was just about to say.
I'm going first as the women's wrestling connoisseur. So because
awards that just happened.
BT.
I want everybody in prison immediately. Because Kalani did not win the other shit that she should have won. I think she's gonna win this. Now, I will say.
Wait, who did you say? I'm sorry.
I can see Kalani Jordan winning this.
Oh, okay.
Just to put it out there, because she didn't win the other thing that she should have won. Even though I like Lola Vice City, right? I like her. I like GTA 6. I like her. I do. She's really good.
GTA 6 is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I that should have been Kalani's moment, but I get it. It gives Lola a chance to cash in whenever she wants to and have a women's title match. And then, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Kalani get beat by Lola Vice?
Yes, in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a callback right there. Boom.
Yeah.
But seriously, I can see Kalani getting that moment. Now, I will say that Lash Legend. I just want to say, put some respect on Lash Legend's name, right?
She picked Otis's ass up.
A lot of y'all did so much over her, but gave that white girl with that fake ass butt a whole lot of grace.
All right.
Because she's a white girl with a lot of ass.
And she's back now, by the way.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
We know.
That's fair.
Okay. Moving left and right along.
Eyelash Legend is crazy.
Eyelash Legend is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Put some respect on Lash Legend's name, because a lot of y'all, and I'm not saying you or you,
sorry.
Knuckles, a lot of you did the most over Lash Legend for not performing as well with an elbow drop, but homegirl with the white girl with the fat ass.
Yes, it is, Sway. Yes, it is, Lord.
Y'all did a
Bless
lot over her
Jesus.
because she do the splits, and she's a white girl with a fat ass. Because I know a lot of you niggas like white girls, and that's fine.
Technically, there's a lot of girls.
But for the
white
fact
girls with
that
fat
y'all
asses
did a lot over her and then
here
bash
nowadays.
Legend,
So, but I'm just
it's
saying.
some weird shit, and fuck y'all forever and a day for that. Anyway.
Oh man. Welcome
If
back, Nikita
Kalani
Lyons.
Jordan wouldn't have been in this match, I would have said Lash Legend.
Yeah.
But
What happened?
I think that Kalani Jordan is going to get this.
Oh.
I think that Kalani Jordan is going to get this.
Am I?
Now, I will say that my dark horse, no Katy Perry, is going to be Fallon Henley.
Okay.
So who you
Sway
going
says,
with, V? You going with Kalani?
Definitely.
I'm going with Kalani, yes, officially.
I'm going with Kalani.
Sway, I
well,
see what you did there. Sway, I see what you did there. I'm not even going to repeat it, but I see what you did there. You were not slick. You're not slick, my friend.
So I think Nikita gets involved somehow here. Because who is she? Who does she have an issue with? Blair. I think Nikita gets involved here somehow.
Blair Davenport.
9. Absolutely not.
So,
black, absolutely not. She's not black. She thinks she is, but black, absolutely not.
Okay, so let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and say this because let me just go ahead and say this for being the fat ass connoisseur. At this point,
easy Knuckles.
I'm sorry.
Don't get yourself in trouble on this show.
I'm leaving.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Listen. I proudly wear a ring on my finger, but I still do appreciate. Listen, I can look at the menu all I want, just as long as I don't order from it.
There you go. There you go.
It's not what they call you; it's what you answer to. Bless the Lord.
Okay. All right.
I don't know where my soul is.
So at this point, when it comes to Nikita Lyons, when it comes to her, it ain't even about her looks, it ain't about her ass, it ain't about her assets anymore. I just want her to win. She's been injured like 3 times in her career in NXT.
Yeah,
and she's just about had the same storyline that Wesley has had. They go on a run and they end up getting hurt and being out for a year, 8 months, 9 months.
Yeah.
Can't catch a break. At this point, I just want her to win. It ain't got nothing
I
to
would
do.
agree with you there. I really would agree with you there.
It ain't got nothing to do with the way she looks. I just want her to win because she's a good talent.
Niggas, and I mean niggas as in men, as in black men, do this whole thing about this white girl with this manufactured ass, this BBL.
Can we fact check that?
Can we fact check that? You go fact check it. You let me know what you find.
Yes, sir.
Do this whole thing because she's a white girl with a fat ass, and I know a lot of you like white girls with manufactured asses.
I'm sorry, B. We're talking all over your promo. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The way y'all treat Nikita Lyons, and I'm just saying for the niggas. This is for the niggas, strictly for the niggas. The way that y'all treat Lash Legend versus the way that y'all treat Nikita Lyons is really weird to me. But some of you, not all of you, but some of you, I'm not surprised. Like I said, y'all will do anything. Y'all will drop your pants for a white girl with a fat manufactured ass. And to be quite frank, to be really frank,
it's a good point.
Says it's hers.
Lash, as well as Nikita, were at the same level. but y'all was quick to bash Lash Legend because a lot of you don't like black women, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, moving left and right along.
Okay.
All right. Moving
honestly,
left and right along.
honestly, V, I'm not even gonna hold you. When Lash Legend first debuted and she had the like talk show gimmick, I hated it because it made it look too ghetto. I hated it. And then
So
I actually saw her. Then I actually saw her wrestle, and I was like, oh, she can actually wrestle for real. Like she can get beyond what they're making her look like. And she picked Otis's dance up.
I see where you're coming from with that, but this is where I'm not saying that you are, but this is where anti-blackness comes in, right? This is where anti-blackness
all about ass.
You started it.
Exactly where anti-blackness comes in. Lash Legend can be whoever she wants to be, and all of a sudden it's ghetto. But Nikita, a whole white girl.
Agreed.
I'm not talking about a Tina Marie. She's not a Tina Marie. She didn't grow up in Compton. No. A whole white girl can put on a whole bunch of I don't want to say black persona. No, fuck that. A whole bunch of black persona, and she gets praised for it, while Lash Legend is called ghetto. That's the shit I don't like.
Now, V, come on now. V, let's be honest.
I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying it's you.
No. I'm not accusing you either.
I'm not saying it's you, but Lash Legend and Nikita Lyons could have the same type of gimmick. They will bash Lash Legend first. Not only because she's a black woman, but she's also a dark-skinned black woman. Let's go ahead and put 10 on 20.
That's the culture. That's the culture.
That's the fucking problem. And
I agree.
My issue with Nikita is that she want to do this whole rap and shit. Baby girl, you are not Tina Marie. You're not Pink. When people thought, I don't know why people thought she was biracial, but you're not Pink. You're not Tina Marie. Okay? You have not made a square biz. You have not lit an Onyx and a fire. Not an Aladdin's lamp. Okay? Not a lover girl. You know I love me some Tina Marie.
All right, I'm sorry. I had a moment.
But the whole thing that both Lash Legend and Nikita Lyons can act the same, but the people will be firstly going after Lash Legend instead of the white girl that's pretending to be black. That has occupied black culture to her advantage. That's my whole issue with Nikita Lyons. Like, you can be you, right? Like, let's be real. Tina Marie was a white girl from Compton. But she did not try so goddamn hard to be a black girl or to occupy black spaces, even though she was making quote-unquote black music.
Neither did Gwen Stefani.
Oh, no. Gwen Stefani was pure, unadulterated, culturally appropriating. Okay, she's appropriating Asian culture.
Can you dumb that down for me, please?
Black culture, every culture that's not hers. But my issue with Nikita is that she's trying to just be the white girl that you are. Be the white girl that you are. Be who you are for your pride.
Okay, so if Nikita was being the white girl that she was and still had a fat ass, would you feel different? She would still have the fat manufactured ass, but if
manufactured
if she
don't see it for her
because she ain't been there long enough. She's been injured.
I still don't see it for
3/4 of her career. She's gotten
injured. I'm not. Let me be real. I don't wish injuries on people that's not Hulk Hogan, right? I don't wish injuries on people. I hate that she's gotten injured. You know, because I will say this. I think in the ring she's really good. I think she's talented. I think she has a talent. But baby, you're not a black girl. You're not biracial. You're not Rachel Dolezal. Stop. Okay.
Okay. So, time out. Is Carmella a black girl?
I didn't like the whole Carmella thing, and I've said it on this show also. I don't like this whole shit that Carmella tried to pull off. No. No.
Okay,
You
what
are
was she
from
called? Brooklyn.
Long
What?
Island. You are not from Lafayette Gardens Projects. Okay, LG, you not from LG.
She's actually from
You-
Boston, guys.
That's the shit I'm
She's
talking
not even
about.
from New York. She's from Boston.
You are from Boston.
Okay,
Mad
it's a
Boston.
character. It's a character.
Not Market.
But
Not
okay, to
Baked
Knuckles'
Beans.
point, it's a character, right?
character.
Just like Nikita's.
It's a and I still dislike the character because what the fuck? Because my issue is that the same shit. Remember when back in NXT, and I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving after this. Remember back in NXT,
I agree, Bungie.
this whole thing where Sasha's ratchet when it comes to Mercedes. Sasha's ratchet. Her as a black girl, as a biracial girl, as a biracial girl, who we know as we know
she's black. Yes,
she's black. You know, as a black girl, the same shit that Sasha went through, Nikita would never go through. There would never be like, oh, Nikita's ratchet. They would never do that. They would never do that. Nikita would get the grace that Mercedes never have gotten.
And to be fair, Mercedes was also a character. Like it's her turn.
Yes, that's also a character. Yes, you're absolutely right. But at the same time, when it comes to reality, white girls can profit. And I don't give a fuck about that. Y'all could be mad if y'all want to. Y'all can suck my dick from the front and the fucking back. White girls can profit over black culture more than black girls can profit over black culture. And please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong, so I can tell you what part of my ass you can.
Oh, repeat that again.
I said that white girls can profit more off of doing black culture more than black girls can. You know why? Because black girls will automatically be seen as ghetto, as ratchet, as this and that. Y'all will see someone like Sexy Red and be like, oh, she's ghetto, she's da 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 da. But you see the Kardashians, who are hood rats in a white sense.
Ski
that do the same thing that other people do, but because they're white, and yes, they're white, they would get more praise for it, despite them fucking black men or doing them, whatever they want with other black people. But
the crossover is
as
easier.
other black girls, they will be seen as ghetto, ratchet, hood rats, all of that. But the white girl come in and be like, "Oh my God, she's so innovative." No, fuck that. Fuck that.
The crossover is easier for Caucasian. I don't like saying white, for Caucasian women than it is African American women. The crossover is easier.
And that's the fucking problem. So let's take this for example.
Guys, we gotta continue, but go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it. I love Tina Marie down, up, left, right, diagonal. They would embrace her. People embrace Tina Marie more than our own very own black artists.
Yeah.
Remember when people thought that Pink, and I love Pink.
Yeah.
People that thought Pink was biracial, that is a white girl. And she said herself that she's a white girl. She's profited off of black culture. Miley Cyrus has done the same thing. You name a non-black artist that has profited off of black culture, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't know that hood rats type of shit. We can talk about Christina Aguilera, when she thought she was a fucking chola, and we can talk about a whole bunch of non-black artists that profited off of things that we have created.
Allegedly, Sway.
That we have created.
Oh yeah.
The same thing. Black girls can do one thing. Let's be real. If we had a black version of the Kardashians, they'll be called hood rats, ghetto, all of that, right?
Yeah.
The Kardashians are hood rats. Believe it or fucking not, they are hood rats. They're white hood rats. Whatever version of white hood rats, whatever that is, they are hood rats. So the whole thing about how y'all treat Nikita versus how y'all treat Lash Legend is weird to me, and y'all can suck my dick from the front and the back, and we can move left and right along
What?
from it.
Mike, one more thing, and I'm gonna let it go to the next match. One more thing. So you mentioned Tina Marie cashing in on the black demographic.
Oh no, we're not gonna
music,
disrespect
right?
Tina Marie in there now. Wait.
No. I agree with you. Tina Marie made wonderful music that crossed over. Absolutely.
Because she didn't try too damn hard.
But here's the thing: isn't Nikita Lyons doing the same thing?
No.
She's not trying to cross over to the black.
No, she's trying too goddamn hard.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone respectfully. All
right. All right. The Kardashians are white girls in the hood. The whole game. Oh wow. Okay.
Anyway, to be Frank and green beans, I'm gonna.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you, Banji.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kalani. I'm gonna go with Kalani Jordan as well.
Yeah. Let's go right back to the match. Sway, I see your comment. Yeah. All right. Yep. All right. So Kalani, watch freaking Fallon Henley win the match. But yeah. All right.
I wasn't mad at Fallon Henley won though.
I guess
I like Fallon. I do like Fallon.
She cool.
One was that, the other's nomadic.
Yeah. Exactly. For those that got that reference. That's a one hot album every 10 years. All right. Let's continue.
Okay.
Thanks.
All
Thanks,
right.
by the way. I'm sorry. What's the next one? Where we at? Okay. Roxanne Perez versus Kalani. Not Kalani.
No.
Kalani's in the
That's
women's
not it.
Iron Sublime match. It's Kiana James. Yes. KJ. It's confusing. All right. Kiana James.
I'll
still
go
cage
first
match
for this also.
Okay.
I don't think Roxanne needs this. I think that Kiana James is the next big thing for NXT. Our biracial queen. For those who forgot, she is half black. Anyway.
Yes.
No, but seriously, I think that Kiana right now, I think Roxy or Roxanne Perez, no Shantae. Roxanne is ready for the main roster, and I think she should be on the main roster because SmackDown is lacking.
Mickey James.
So Sway says I'm going with Keon. Wait, that's not her name. It's Kalani. Okay, that's definitely not her name.
She is black.
She is black.
She's
gorgeous,
black.
by the way.
Her mother's black.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Her mother's black.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't think Roxanne needs it. I don't think Roxanne needs it.
Hey Sway, if you get a chance, just look up Kalani Jordan. And don't say I never did anything for you. All right.
But also look up Carmelo Hayes, so you know, relax.
Hey, Sway, Mello don't miss. Remember that. All right. Bonji says Mickey James' daughter wins. That's crazy. V's going Kiana James
because I know who that is, and I shouldn't.
Okay. Wrong.
I mean,
I'm going. You know what? I feel like Roxy beat Kiana already.
Yeah,
or maybe I'm bugging.
Roxy doesn't need it. I don't think so. I truly don't think she needs it.
But Roxy lost the qualifier for the Iron Survivor match. I because of Kiana, and then she cost Kiana her Iron Survivor match. You know what? I'm going with Kiana James, but something tells me Roxy's gonna pull this off. I mean, this is probably the blow off, and it's a steel cage. It's in a steel cage, and if this is the blow off, I feel like the babyface has to win.
I think this is Roxanne's goodbye.
Yeah, I feel the
I
same
don't
way.
think so. I don't think so.
I think so.
She's not going up
You
before
got
Breaker.
Kiana?
Yes, I officially have Kiana.
I have Kiana as well. But
Why wouldn't she go up before Breaker? She was there before Breaker, wasn't she?
No. Breaker was definitely down there before Roxy. But I mean, not that matters anyway.
Yeah.
But because Dragon Lee was only down there for a few months and they called him up right away. But of course, Dragon Lee also had experience as being a world champion, quote unquote, I guess you can say. Because he was Ring of Honor. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe Dragon Lee was a former Ring of Honor world champion. I think he won titles all over Mexico and Japan and all that. So but Breaker might be in a say it again.
Sorry, what? Huh?
You know what?
Breaker might be going up in the
I'm
US
so glad
tournament.
you said that because I agree.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's possible. It's unknown right now at this point who's going to be from NXT. So it could be Breaker. All right. Did everybody pick? If we did, we can move on. Got a couple more matches to talk about here. 2 to be exact. Let's go to the singles match for the NXT Championship. We have Ilya Dragunov versus Baron Corbin. Dragunov retains. I don't think.
Yeah,
Corbin
I
wins
mean,
the NXT title here.
I have been so critical about Baron Corbin, but I cannot sit here and deny that he has been very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see him winning.
Ooh,
at all.
Sway goes with Baron Corbin here to win the NXT Championship.
Whoa there.
Okay.
Well, Sway, we can eliminate you from go for the pin title contender.
Will says Ivan Drago retains. Okay, Sway says he's going out on a limb here.
Speaking of Tina Marie.
So I'm guessing Will is saying Dragunov retains. Knuckles.
I got Dragunov too.
Okay.
V, you got Dragunov?
Yes.
Bungie. Okay. So I'm assuming Dragunov. So
Sway says
Baron Corbin. Yeah, he's going out on a limb here.
Okay.
All right.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? He might actually beat me here for his championship.
No, that'll be me.
Can't say we didn't see it coming. If he dies.
Not if he dies, he dies.
Anyway, we have the main event. The men's, I'm assuming this is the main event. I don't know. Trick told us that it was the main event, but we'll see. So very interesting. More video footage surfaced. It showed Mello allegedly sending a text to somebody and then following Trick down some type of dark hallway or staircase or something. Very interesting. In his men's Iron Survivor, in his men's Iron Survivor Challenge match, we have Dijak versus Trick Williams versus Josh Briggs versus Braun Breaker versus Tyler Bate. I feel like this is Trick's match to win.
You know what, Mike? I see you. You see me.
We see each other. Yep.
I think the only reason why I was gonna say somebody else is like, okay, let's say if Carmelo loses, right?
Yeah.
I see him close to Trick the match.
Mm.
Or Trick can win, and then when it comes to the actual, I guess, cashing in,
Yep.
Carmelo can cost him the match. I feel like either way, Carmelo's gonna be like, no. We passed paper bag test over here, and we're gonna go ahead and let me stop. No, but I see.
Trick Daddy is crazy.
I don't know what this world's gonna be.
Trick Daddy is crazy.
I know one thing, that this is a life for me. Maybe because I'm a thug.
Maybe because I'm a thug. All day,
Reminder.
every day.
But no, I can see. I think this is Trick's moment here.
Yep.
But I feel like there's gonna be shenanigans later on.
Yep. Whoop that Trick. That's what he says.
Reminder.
Trick has to win.
Okay.
Here, especially when we all say Melo loses. Will says. So everybody's going Trick. Watch like it be like somebody like Josh Briggs. It's out of nowhere.
Watch it be Dijak.
I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I would be upset.
And Dijak has worked hard for a long, long time. I would not be mad at Dijak winning this match. Dijak is incredible.
And Mike, honestly, I really honestly can say you never gave me anything. I can't say it.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Oh, you just told what's the name? Don't say I ain't never gave.
Don't say I never
get.
So. Oh,
yeah. So I'm seconding that notion.
Okay, well, I did. I told him to look up
Praise
Kalani
the Lord.
Jordan's Instagram. Okay. Yeah. I'm going with I'm assuming that Knuckles is a little distracted here. Focus. I'm going with Trick. They never steered me wrong as Trick. I'm going with Tricks. They never steered me wrong as a kid. Well, Tricks are for kids. This is true.
That's wonderful.
Love that cereal.
Will, so that is wonderful.
That was wonderful.
Well done.
It's gonna be the Ryback, is what.
What?
I'm just calling him the Ryback.
Baby back ribs.
Baby back.
Barbecue sauce.
Back to back, like.
Oh man, Twitter fingers.
I want you back, no, because it's not Ryback.
not Ryback.
Back to life.
Back to reality. Hey.
Like what?
No copyrights intended.
Huh. This is interesting.
Knuckles.
This is really interesting. No, I'm just looking at the predictions. This is really interesting. A lot of us haven't gotten it. It's going to come down to like one match to declare the winner of this.
Well, and you still have not gotten Bobby Showalter's prediction, so we'll see. We'll see.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Oh wow. Whoa. Well, we're having technical difficulties here. We're live, pal. It's fine. V will be back. And it looks like we got everybody's predictions here. It looks like.
Yep.
So that's NXT. NXT goes down this Saturday. From Bridgeport, Connecticut. A day before my baby's birthday. Happy early birthday. Whoa, why did I just hear myself?
You a transformer? What are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We must defeat the Decepticons.
We can hear you. V? All right, well, V's gone again. Yes, the day before my girl's birthday.
This is bull even. Exit stage left.
Oh man. And I know we said we was gonna briefly touch AEW. Swerve versus Moxley is signed for next week. Swerve's been on an amazing run. Just wanted to mention that. And I think Swerve should win this whole tournament that they got going on at AEW. I agree. As V gets his life together over there. I don't know.
I've got a very unpopular opinion, Mike.
What's that?
When it comes to AEW.
Okay, what's that?
I think Bryan Danielson should hang it up.
What?
Yeah.
Nah. Mike out here sounding like Optimus Prime. It wasn't me. Swerve AEW champion. I agree.
Now this most recent thing about his orbital bone, and I don't want to be a spoiler because it hasn't broadcast yet, but yeah, do you guys watch AEW television this weekend? From what I've heard, this is why, and like I say, it's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
he's come to AEW and he's been hurt twice. Correct me if I'm wrong. Twice.
It's a physical business, yeah, but it's a physical business.
But the same way I'm scared for Randy Orton is the same way I'm scared for Bryan Danielson.
I think he'll be fine. It's just that Bryan works a really tough style now, you know.
And then that goes back to what we talked about earlier. Would Bryan Danielson be better as an authoritative figure in AEW? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love is wrestling, but guess what?
He's one of the best ever.
Father Time is undefeated. He ain't better than Father Time.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
So I would rather him take a step back and not wrestle and be a great authoritative figure. Teddy Long didn't wrestle, but he was probably one of the greatest authoritative figures of all time in professional wrestling.
Yeah, but I mean, people already expect Bryan to wrestle. You know what I mean? Like, because we look, I think
already
feel like
he's got nothing else to prove, Mike. He's got nothing.
Oh, there he is.
Are you teleporting in the podcast? What are you doing?
I mean, you know, I harness chaos magic.
First you were over here. Now you're over there.
Right.
Like, but I only say that, Mike, because Danielson has nothing else to prove.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got nothing else to prove for him to keep wrestling like this. So
yeah,
like I said, unpopular, and I saved that when we got back to AEW because I knew, and I'm probably gonna get comments about that, but I would say what V usually says at this point, but I'm not.
Oh my! All right.
Okay. Wait, what do I say at this point?
The back and the front.
Oh, you can suck my dick from the back and the front.
All right.
All right.
Okay. And last point about AEW, MJF was attacked backstage, but we never actually saw him get attacked backstage, and he was laid out, and he had a back and forth with Hangman Adam Page. And Hangman straight up said, "You know what? I think it's you. What if it's you we never actually seen the people attack you and all this other stuff?" Like, Adam Page was really like, you know, in the movie world, we call that on the nose, right? Was very on the nose about MJF being, with the school
in the movie world.
Wow. Yeah, in the movie world, you know, acting.
Thespian. Thank you. Thespian. THESBIAN.
I got it. I got
Thespian.
Thanks.
People.
Got it.
No, I was talking about for people in the comments that's gonna watch later.
Yeah.
Oh, Knuckles being funny. No. That's
Jar. J-A-R. Jar.
Oh man.
You understand that reference?
Oh man.
Stocking.
They said, hold on. They said one of the devil goons was moving like Kyle O'Reilly. Maybe. I mean, but again, I don't know.
Well,
this whole thing, it's intriguing. This is definitely
okay. Thank you, Bonji.
Definitely.
Didn't quite need
this
that,
is definitely intriguing. This is probably the best storyline going on AEW.
I wouldn't be surprised if the devil is Kyle O'Reilly.
Or maybe I still have this theory that it's multiple people wearing the mask, a la Scream. If you guys have not watched Scream, go check it out. You guys know on this show that's one of my favorite horror movies ever. So yeah, if you guys have not watched Scream, they may be doing something like that where it's multiple people wearing the devil mask.
So
I've heard. I've heard. Hold
on.
on, Knuckles. I've heard Kyle O'Reilly. I've heard MJF himself.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard Britt Baker. I've heard a couple of people that I've heard. Of course. When's the last time you seen her? Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'll
that
wait.
was reported.
Probably bullying Thunder Rosa.
That was reported
probably not. Probably not. V.
That was reported from Fightful almost a month ago that it's not Britt Baker.
Do I really believe that though?
Okay. Fightful doesn't get it wrong most of the time.
Most of the time, they're you got to remember they're just reporting what somebody's telling them.
But look at what Sway said.
It was me all along, Maxwell. Oh, son of a bitch! All right,
no, not that one. The one before that.
What? Wait. Okay.
Yes.
Adam Cole. He said he would never.
He said he would never. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was okay. Go ahead, Knuckles. It's fine.
The devil is Adam Cole. He said he would never be MJF's friend, and he'll do anything to be world champion. Undisputed Era are the other guys, meaning Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Mammal, and
I don't think Bobby Mammal works there anymore.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Bobby Fish does not work there anymore.
Bonji, I'm gonna
does not work there anymore.
Oh, okay, I understand. Sorry.
The devil is Maeve Meltzer. Yeah,
that was a liar.
Maeve Meltzer is crazy.
Well
yeah,
played,
the devil is Maeve Meltzer.
Well played.
And we're gonna call him Maeve Meltzer for a reason. UE and the Kingdom. Okay. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It's interesting. It is interesting. Okay, so here's my question to everybody else, to everybody here. Is MJF involved?
No.
Because it's true that we never seen MJF actually get attacked by these guys.
Right.
That's my whole thing.
Listen.
We never actually
fair.
Even with the angle they did last week, they didn't hurt MJF at all. They backed him down a little bit and grabbed him up a little. They didn't actually hurt MJF. Okay, Sway says no. MJF is not involved.
I'm not even gonna front. If MJF ends up being the devil, this would be top 5 swerves in history. Because how long have you played this babyface role for MJF? It's been what, 6 months now? Almost a year?
That he's been babyface? Nah, probably like maybe 3-4 months that he's been like a babyface.
They've been teasing babyface way longer than that.
Yeah, but he's like big babyface now, like But yeah, I mean, or it might be Wardlow.
No, do not put that last comment up. No, Will, that's strike 2. That's strike 2.
Oh my God.
She's a friend of the
skipped
show.
over strike 1. That is strike 2.
She's a friend of the show. I am not gonna put that up, but and she's probably either watching or gonna watch. So it might be Wardlow. He said he was gonna take everything, so why not take his gimmick and take his title? Because nobody would care if it's Wardlow. Just like nobody would care if it's Jack Perry.
But you see how AEW is playing Wardlow into this, right? How they had the attack and the devil thing, and then they have a segment where Wardlow and his hair is all matted down like he was wearing a mask or something like that.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
I definitely didn't even notice
it's
that.
the little things. It's the little things where his hair was all disheveled like he took a hood or a mask off when his hair was all over the place. Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
They're definitely playing the gimmicks here.
This is the most interesting part of
it's the small stuff.
Yeah, well, this is definitely the most interesting part of AEW right now. I like I said, the other interesting thing is Swerve and his rise. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, I mean, after this whole thing is said and done, because I think MJF has signed a new contract with AEW. When this whole thing is said and done, I think Swerve would be the perfect guy to take the world title off of MJF because it won't be Samoa
absolutely.
And that's all I got. I mean,
I
for
agree.
AEW was a 2-count show for me this week. I know we skipped Raw. We don't have to cover it. It's fine. Great
Oh,
match
thank
between Jay and
God.
Seth. Great match between Seth and Jay. Just want to point that
Absolutely.
out. What if Swerve is the devil though? But for what?
Yeah, I was just saying, what would be the motivation behind it besides I want the title?
At this point, we're putting names in that don't need to be there.
Though. But that was it. What V just said. So what would be the motivation? I want the title.
But
it's Malachi Black. I don't think it is. I think I don't know. I don't think it is.
We're putting names in this devil thing that don't need to be there. I don't.
Well,
I would rather.
Okay,
I would rather them take Swerve.
Okay, so.
All right. I would rather. I would rather them. I would rather.
He comes out throwing these gimmicks all over the place. All right. Anyway, it's.
I would really honestly would pop hard if the devil was Tony Khan.
I want it
to happen now.
All
I
right,
want it to happen.
Nah, y'all just talking. I think it's Adam Cole. I've been saying it since day one. It might, you know what? It very well could be.
That's definitely possible.
And they're definitely teasing that, especially even how Adam Cole was looking at MJF the last time they were in the ring together. Okay, it was very subtle. Again, what Knuckles says, the small things. Adam's behind MJF, and he's kind of just looking at him when he's like, I swear to get revenge on the person that's doing this to me. And Adam's just right behind him, looking at him. It's very telling. But again, they're doing all of this to swerve and work everybody. So good job on that, AEW. We spent a lot of time burying them. I'm gonna give them credit for this story. I think this is the most intriguing thing in AEW right now. Of course, my computer is starting to do what it does, so it is time to get out of here. So V, you might have to take us home here.
Right, let's go ahead and get this finished because we're over. It's over. It's done. It's a wrap. My ass is getting kicked now. Thank you so much for watching and or listening to Go for the Pin. You can follow Mike at Mike_EQ on Instagram and DJ Mike EQ on Twitter. You can follow DJ Knuckles at DJ_Knuckles on Instagram and JPS Music 15 on Twitter. You can follow yours truly, King V, the motherfucking ruler, bitch. At King V _the ruler at Instagram, I think. Yeah, that's my Instagram name. And _Watch My Throne on Twitter /X, even though I'm not on there right now. You can follow the show at Go for the Pin _show on Instagram and Go for the Pin show on Twitter. Like us, rate us 5 stars. You can start rating people on Instagram. Whoa, hey, rewind. You can start motherfucking, you know what I'm supposed to say. You can start rating people on Spotify. There we go. We're on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your podcast. We're on YouTube. Type in Go for the Pin. You will most likely see this face or this big ass head, whatever you see first. You can go get merch. We still have merch. We still need to update the merch, but Knuckles is doing the persona dance. But you can go ahead and get some merch until it's time for us to update it. We are working on that. And with that being said, I'm finished. It's over. It's done. It's a wrap. I need to go lay down. And if anybody else has anything else to say, I am finished. I am done. And Knuckles is still going.
Yep, he's just gonna keep going. Just take us home. Sway, Will, Bon G, Ray. Who did I miss? John.
Bye, y'all.
Sway. I'm trying to thank everybody.
Well, I'm not doing the challenge.
You're not? I think that's everybody. Good night, everybody.
Good night. We're finished. We're done.
We'll see you guys next week.
Sure. Yeah.
Bye.
Peace and love.